Good day, fellas. I hope you're ready for your daily dose of skill, and today we are going to loot boxes. Yeah, on the other account, fellas. Skill for L2 Extra. We are going to have a video with the loot boxes, and now we are saying our first impressions of AAT60, which you can get from the loot boxes with a sexy futuristic skin if you are into that, right? Unfortunately, on my test account, since I'm pre-recording videos, I do not have it. I haven't played a single game with a tank yet, so all opinions and everything is going to be freshly mine, right? And just quick information about this tank, because you need to see this awesome armor. Are you ready? Are you ready? Well, okay, I will tell you like this. This tank has no armor, but not everything is so bad. The DPM of the tank is kind of okay. Speed, 49 kilometers per hour, gun depression -10. I believe we are going to make it work. Let's not dramatize things too much. Let's go into the game and let's see how this vehicle is behaving, shall we? Yes, skill, let's go. Okay, fellas, so what do we have? We have Himmelsdorf standard battle. So, fellas, Tier 8 medium American tank. American tank. Skill, learn to speak. Listen, fellas, it's already late in the evening. Don't mind me if I do. You know what that means? That means, fellas, the games are going to go well. That's what that means. Okay. So let's pay attention at the speed, at the agility of the tank, the gun depression, and the DPM and other good stuff. Alpha damage, 320 alpha damage. Average penetration, 230. Shell velocity, 1150. Not bad. Gold ammunition, 320 alpha damage, 285 millimeters of penetration, and 1000 shell velocity. This is actually pretty okay for hits. It is not a big deal, is it? Meanwhile, where the equipment goes, we are going with hardening, turbo, and rammer. I think the tank should work fine in the city maps like this, and on the open maps I am testing the tank with turbo, ventilation, and rammer. I like ventilation, what can I say? Skill, learn to play, exactly. So, we are about to take the hill. By the way, where the speed goes, we are going together with a Borat. We are going together with a P43 Ter. It's not that bad. At least it doesn't seem that bad. Oops. Mi scusi, mate. Mi scusi. Let's see. What do we have living here around the corner? By the way, first things first, what I instantly want to say. This tank doesn't have any armor whatsoever. So, what is happening in my head? I think it is going to be close to... I can't say unplayable, but it is going to be very hard to play for beginners, okay? At least in my opinion. When the tank has absolutely no armor whatsoever, it is like a death sentence for a newer players, right? At least this is what I think. Correct me if I am wrong, right? I just do not think it is a great thing. That's the first thing what I want to highlight. Now, for a good players, this tank has a decent DPM, right? At least it feels like it is a decent DPM. 7 seconds in order to slap for 320 alpha damage. It isn't that bad. It is not the end of the world for sure. So this is a good thing, and hip hip hooray. From the first game, it's very, very hard to tell, because I am not really figuring out the things which I do not know yet, right? I know the tank is made out of paper. I know where the agility of the tank goes. It is kind of average for the medium standards as well, right? It doesn't look like super duper hyper turbo excellent tank. So far, for me, this tank looks pretty average, if I can say so. Obviously, we need to play some games and to figure out the things, but what I really want to highlight is that lack of armor in the world of tanks can be a big problem, right? And where the armor goes, you know, it's just everyone will penetrate you with auto aim, and I really want to highlight this. So if you are thinking about buying the loot boxes and you are trying to hunt this tank, right, which I have no doubts whatsoever plenty of the players will try to do that, right, keep this in mind. It is not going to be the easiest tank to play with. Gun doesn't feel like extraordinary yet, but once again, it's just a first game, right? And we cannot really judge the tank by the first battle. By the way, as you can see... look at this very first bounce and shot, fellas. We are bonding up with this tank. How about... Never mind, there is no bonding going on, fellas. I repeat, there is no bonding going on. I thought, you know, I am starting to feel the vehicle and whatnot, but apparently it's not the case. Oh well, what can we do? Overall, it feels like a not the greatest tank for now, honestly speaking. I think it has a potential where the things goes. In a good player hands, in the open map, I believe we are going to have the a bit of the safer defense parameter, which is going to give us quite a bit of the benefits, and I believe it is going to be all right? But in the Himmelsdorf, I mean, what can you do? If you are made out of paper, you are made out of paper. There is nothing what you can change about this, right? There is absolutely nothing what you can change about this. Also, one more thing to highlight. View range looks poor. View range actually looks pretty poor of this tank. I have a maxed crew. Yeah, sure, I do not have optics and I do not have ventilation on the city build. But not to have a full view range is kind of sad if you would ask me, right? So far, first game, not really impressed. I am just simply not really impressed, right? That's all I can say. Okay, we are back. First game, 2,800 damage, 117 assisting damage. Second class, defender medal. We are second by experience. We are third by the damage. Could be better, right? And we got 108,000 profits. It's okay, city map, bad luck. What can we say? Let's keep it up. Okay, guys. Fjords standard battle. Let's see what this tank can give us. I do not want to go with the open map build here, because in a way, I mean, I could have, but I made a decision to get myself hardening and to have tiny touch more hit points. Maybe not the smartest decision from my side, but oh well. Katka. Even Katita is keeping company to me to check out the new tank. How about that? How about that? Okay, Mr. T-44. What I would love to see, I would love to see enemies getting involved like this and trying to make a bit of pressure up here, right? That would be absolutely phenomenal and that would be absolutely glorious, but we need to be patient. Maybe a bit of the gold could help for this tank, and you can go into the heavy line. Fellas, I am having a conversation with myself in my head, and sometimes I am talking out loud. You know, sometimes it's good to talk with a smart person, right? I need it, fellas. I need it. Jokes aside, for me, the most important thing is to go through the new tanks and just to have a discussion pretty much out loud. This is how am I testing the vehicles, and this is what, and this is how am I doing the things, right? So I believe and I hope that makes sense. Anyways, looks like Mr. Scorpion is hiding behind someone. At least that's why I guess we missed the very first shot, but that's okay. Happens for the best of us. I believe Scorpion may try to keep escaping, right? And if that would be the case, we will get him. No, Scorpion is sitting in the same position. Well, unfortunate fate, what can we say? Now, where the sniping abilities goes of this tank, it doesn't feel like extra ordinary tank. I would not compare it to the tank destroyer levels of the accuracy or something. Or maybe I am just a bit too negative for this tank. Maybe I need to play some games and not to have an opinion too early. Now we just need to be like a sponge, get all information about the tank, and after that we'll see. After that we'll see. I'm not sure how we could... What the... I do not know how those trees fall in here. Honestly, I have no bloody clue. Maybe someone is playing with high explosives around. I assume this is the thing. How I could make a bit of pressure? I do not want to make pressure here because it's literally signing my death pact, which I do not want to do that. I do not want to make pressure like this. So in this situation, I am just simply chilling and I am just waiting until enemies are going to mess up and do some silly goose mistakes, right? So far, I'm not too impressed with this tank. Maybe I'm a bit biased. I do not know. But so far, I do not feel like it is going to be a game changer. Don't get me wrong, the tank can score from anywhere from 3 to 4. At this point, I don't think the tank is an ass wipe or the tank is unplayable. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying whenever I saw the stats, whenever I saw the shapes and forms, I kind of maybe predicted that this tank will be kind of, you know, another tank in the game. It will come here and Progetto is still the king, Borat is still the king. That's what I'm talking about, right? This is what I am talking about. Okay, what do we need to do? We need to figure out how we can make pressure here. I mean, this is kind of unfortunate situation for us if you would ask me. Maybe I need to badmouth this tank more often so the things would go better. Fellas, you know what is the funny thing? What is the chance that double AAT60 is in the same game? How about that? Who can have the tank? Content creators, right? And super testers or wargaming employees. Either way, I just noticed that. Okay, let's go. Oh, beautiful, Mr. Hori. How are you doing this fine day? I mean, luckily for us, this guy is sitting in the deep poo-poo hole, so there is nothing what this gentleman can do about this. Okay, very, very nice. Excellent. And all we need to do now, we need to say hello for Mr. RHM. I'm going for a blind shot like this. You never know when you hit shots this way, right? Do I want to load high explosives? I think I do. High explosive on. How are you doing? Beautiful. Guy is eliminated. Excellent. Now, double Gusor. It is a victory, right? It is a victory. What to do now? We know that Gusors are sitting over there. That's what we know. Patience. Beautiful. Beautiful. Very, very nice. Step by step, little by little. I do not really mind too much. We're just doing some initial trading, if you know what I mean. Do I love this tank? Definitely not. Do I mind this tank? Not at all. And we are back, fellas, with a second game. 4,200 damage, 4 kills, 700 assisting damage, first ace, high caliber. This is hip hip hooray. I mean, I definitely can't complain about this, right? Whoever this gentleman was, greetings to you. Oh, thank you, Hungarian content creator, fellas. If you haven't seen him on Twitch, feel free to say hi and greetings from the skill. He's a good guy, fellas. He is a good guy. Anyways, back to the game. We made 89,000 profits. Keep this in mind. I do not have extra supplies and whatnot, right? So, yeah. Interesting. We are just starting our journey so far. 2 games. It is okay. I don't think this tank is broken. I don't think this tank is absolutely pile of kaku. It's going to end up between 3 and between 4. This is my opinion. Kind of neutral tank, you know, neither broken, neither pile of kaku, which means Wargaming did a great job. Okay, fellas, I have an idea. I want to test some different stuff. Cliff Encounter Battle, Tier A, Tier 7 matchmaking. What we are doing, we are going to make a bit of pressure like this. This is kind of common gameplay, and I think from this side we always have an advantage, right? So what we are going to do, we are going to go brrr. We will go in front like there is no tomorrow, and we'll see how the things will look like, right? At least that is the plan. I want to use my gun depression. I want to slap everyone who is sitting around this area. I want to slap the sniper schnitzels, obviously. And if it would happen to be that we would have one gentleman going like this Progetto, he's going to get destroyed, okay? This Mr. Progetto won't survive against us. Luckily for me, the T-44 is taking one for the team, so this is the best thing ever. And now, all we need to do, we need to make sure that we are going to block this bastard over there, right? This is what I'm trying to do in this situation. I know it sounds very, very weird, but this is the right play for us. And he is officially dead. Excellent. 2 versus 1. I would call it a great success. Unfortunately, our T-44 cannot say the same thing. Well, fellas, you know, in World of Tanks, first doesn't necessarily mean you are going to finish the game first, you know? You get the point what I'm saying, so yeah. Unfortunate, but that was a great sacrifice, fellas. That was a great sacrifice, what can I say? Meanwhile, let's see. Beautiful. What I am paying attention at is the gun at the moment. This is what I am paying attention at. I really need to figure out, is the gun going to be alright, or is the gun is going to be meh? Because it very much depends on the rating which we are going to have for a tank, right? If it happens to be that the gun is going to be only mech, it's going to be a problem with this tank because it doesn't really have that many of the good things to offer. But if it happens to be that gun is going to be good, and so far it looks like 4-star gun to me, then it is going to be alright, and then everything is going to be fine. Yeah. Okay. I see. I see. Wow. I don't think this is going to be an easy tank to play with for everyone. I want to get this out of the way. Skill, you said that in the first game. I know. Can I repeat my thinking process, pretty please? I really want to highlight this, that I do not really think this is going to be an easy tank to play with for pretty much anyone, right? Bounce. That is also possible once in a while, I guess. Okay. I know I do not have support. I am very, very well aware of that. You do not need to tell this to me. I'm aware of this. Good. Now this guy may do something very, very stupid. I saw the forest spirit coming for us. It's okay. Not much what I can change about that. Unfortunately, our guys who protected us died over there, which is fine, you know, it happens. They got outspotted and they got slaughtered. Or alternatively, oh, no one died here. We just simply had no support in this situation. And our guys may be relocated. Ah, okay. It happens for the best of us, right? Or our guys try to make a bit of pressure up front. Either way. That's not the point. Let's not focus on others. Let's focus on ourselves. For what we could have done with this tank, it wasn't a bad thing. It wasn't a bad play. It wasn't a bad tank. The gun doesn't feel bad. The armor is shit. I meant to say kaku. I meant to say non-existence. I meant to say if you will bounce, you are lucky. You get the point what I'm saying, right? Other than that, it is all right. It is not CDC level, you know, shitness of the armor, but yeah. Anyways, let's see the score. I kind of started enjoying it. I need one more game. Do you mind? One more game? Let's go to the scoreboard. And we are back, fellas. 3.8 thousand damage, 800 assisting damage, high caliber sniper, schnitzel, first class. I do not hate this tank. At first, I think I could be biased against this tank because it's in the loot boxes, and you know my opinion about the loot boxes. If you don't, check out later on the extra video, because I will release it approximately 1 or 2 during the daytime, right? But overall, maybe this is why everything started for me as, if you know what I mean. Now, more I play, more I enjoy this tank. So far, 3 games, 3.6 thousand average damage, 500 assisting damage. Not horrible. One more. Okay, fellas. Round number 4. Pearl River Standard Battle. What we are going to do, I will do something unusual. Skill, what means unusual? That means I load gold, I go into the heavy line. Skill, do you really need gold against the tigers? Yes. Yes. I need gold against the tigers, okay? I feel like I have a lot of credits to share and to see how this tank would look like in the heavy line. Skill, do you understand that this tank has no armor? Yes. But on my defense, it has minus 10 gun depression. And plus heavy tanks have a lot of hit points. And since there is a lot of hit points, there is skill lurking around the corner, you know? We need to be leeches, and we need to suck some bad blood. How about that? How about that, fellas? Let's see. First of all, I don't really want to take this position. I think I'm going to go instantly up here, right? That's what I think. I mean, speed similar to some speed. That's not promising, but hey, we are okay. Now just all I am thinking about is damage. I am trying to be super duper hyper turbo careful with this tank, right? I do not want to get so much attention from the enemy side. This is not my intention. My intention is to slap the tanks that can be slapped, right? This is my intention over there, and we are doing fine. Actually, Tiger could have crossed without getting spotted. Wow, that is something unique. Hi, Mr. Tiger. Boom. It's okay. Don't worry, fellas. We are sitting fine and we are completely alright. Do I want to trade with a Tiger? That is the other question. Skill, you gold spammer mother trucker. It's not gold spamming, it's just securing the damage, okay? It is not a gold spam if there is a damage online. Good, very, very nice. I mean, you can actually go into the heavy line and you can slap the living crap out of the enemies as well, if there is a situation that you need to use the gun depression. DPM is probably top 10 of the tier 8 mediums, and trust me, there is plenty of the mediums. There is plenty of the mediums out there. By the way, whenever you are seeing my eyebrows going like this, that means I am trying to figure something out. It means I am thinking, okay? I'm not angry, I'm not mad, I am just thinking. Why am I saying this, fellas? Whenever we are live streaming and whatnot, right? You have no clue how many times we have a question like this whenever my eyebrows goes this way, right? Anyways. Udes, Mr. Udes. I'm just going for him. I don't really think I have anything to lose, do I? Gun isn't horrible of this tank, and the gun is going to be rated around 4, I assume. Very, very, very interesting thing and very interesting tank. Not for beginners, though. Although you may, fellas, feel free to leave your comment down below if you think I am talking garbage, because it could be it's already getting late and my head can process information a bit slower as well, right? So it could happen as well. It could happen as well. Okay, what do we need to do? We need to make pressure here. That's all we are doing. Random bounce, that's good. I mean, this random bounce is that enemy hit the track instead of hitting armor, right? But still, I'm not complaining. Mr. Suka Pershing. Mr. Suka Pershing. I mean, if I spammed gold before, why wouldn't I spam gold now? Pershing, we need to have a conversation. Don't be angry on me. Don't fight against me. Just love me. Can you just love me? Cannot love me? Okay, we will make you to love us then. Bad aim. Bad aim. Just simply bad aim. I'm aiming like a son of the banana. Skill. Learn to aim. Oh. If you are asking about those eyebrows, now I'm angry. Now I am angry, okay? Now I am straight up angry. Nothing too crazy, nothing unusual. It's okay, fellas. Happens once in a while. Accept it. Accept it and enjoy the experience, if you know what I mean. I do not want to talk about the same. I am mentally exhausted already, okay? So what we are going to do, we are going to... Okay, fellas, we are back. I do not want to talk about that aim. It never happened. It's completely fine. First class, 3.3 thousand damage. We finished at second by experience, first by the damage. We lost 15,000 credits, but that was experimental run with the heats, and what we figured out that heats doesn't work that well against the Suka Pershing, okay? In the end of the day, we are very, very lucky. 3.5 thousand average damage, 400 assisting damage. Even though I was skeptical about this tank at first because, you know, no armor, let's say, okay gun and whatnot. But in the end of the day, this tank can do quite some bad things, if you know what I mean. So, yeah. If I need to guess how am I going to rate this tank, it's going to be 4 stars, but it's not going to be most beginner-friendly vehicle in the game. At least this is what I think, right? And is it worth to buy loot boxes in order to get this tank? Well, first of all, it's not broken, so that would be self-explanatory, no. Unless, you know, you just have some money to splash around, then it is completely up to you. But overall, this tank isn't a game changer and it's not the best vehicle in the world of tanks. This is just honest opinion, right? Okay, thank you very much for watching. Tomorrow you are going to see another new tank in action, and I have a feeling if now we were quite excited in the end of the video about this tank and thinking, ooh, Mark of Excellence will be fun, I have a feeling that I will kind of hate it. I kind of hate the other tank already, but we'll see, you know. Let's not jump to conclusions too quickly. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video informative and useful, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace!